easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on third down, Goff. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the... Look at the big man rumble. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Two are going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And Diggs has it. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here now, second and 4.
Get set. Ready, team.
Straight ahead, steal. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
44. Ready. Ready, team. Right there.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Ready. Out.
Running left is Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5.
180.
Goff now looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. You look at this Saints defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. To throw is gone.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Ready. Ready, team!
On first down, here's Steele.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up.
Hey, long. All right, come on.
Running right, here's Steele.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Go right here. Ready, team!
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Get set. Ready, team! Wait.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
They'll hand it to Steele. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Here's Tua. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On to give it Steele. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Steele once more. Able to push it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your pilot could just not...
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. 180.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Done. 120.
Here's Goff. Short throw here to tight end Bates. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
180.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Black 20. What's up?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Cut. White 20.
Now it's Goff. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got him. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Tonight. 180.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Waste of time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Cut. 120. What's that?
Play action. It's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Who goes tonight? 180. Cut.
Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Cut. White 20. What's that?
A run up the middle with Irving. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Second and 1 from the 2.
180! What's that?
Once again, it's Irving. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
180!
Goff now to throw. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Buccaneers 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Tua. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
Now back to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Black 20! Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Call. That's to Bowers once again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Ready. Let's go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On third down, it's Steele. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Get set. Ready, team.
Play action. Now it's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Cut. 120. Turbo set.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
80.
Back to throw. Goff. Short throw caught by Bowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Second and 5.
We go tonight. 180.
Now Goff. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Go tonight. 120.
Goff throwing again. Got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
We go tonight. 120.
Now Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
We got super. Like 20.
Here's Goff. He's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Diggs, the motion man left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Cut. 180.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 10 yards out. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Tua going to run the sneak. And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ready. Ready, team, right there.
Here comes Steele. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Tua going to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the right side, he's got Vele. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play. But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got an open man. It's Diggs on the comebacker. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Saints. Stephon Diggs from 17 yards out.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
For the two-point conversion.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Bears 28, Saints 23.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The career is more escape when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want
This 2nd and 4.
To throw is Goff. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Black 20.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Done. 180.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
180. What's that?
Goff going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
180. Twos.
Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Go, Todd. White 20.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Buccaneers, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.